thank you so much for checking out my video. I think that learning how to wrap a gift for a loved one is such a special thing. Sometimes changing up our game and not throwing something into a bag can just show our loved ones how much we care about them. We are first going to start off with the box, some scissors, some tape, and of course some gift wrapping paper. I have a box for my gift here where my gift is inside just to make it a little bit easier to wrap. And it's okay if your box is bigger than the wrapping paper, like this example. There are ways to wrap it. It is just a little bit more tedious, but don't stress too much about that. If you need a video on that, please find something online that'll work for you. So in step 1 here of my video, I am measuring out how much paper I need to wrap my box. This is probably the most tedious step of the whole process, but I promise that once you take the time to do this, your gift wrapping will be so much smoother. So as you can see here, I have covered the completeness of the box minus that small little portion, and I'm very lucky because my paper contains some grid-like pattern on the inside. And so what you typically like to do is have about 3 or 4 lengths of the grid paper in excess, so that way you can have enough wrapping paper to completely wrap the gift. So here in step 2, I am fitting the box and I'm checking to see how much paper and distance I need for the sides of the box. So here, again, I'm just cutting it down to make sure that it is a little bit more to size and I don't have too much excess paper. In this step here, I am taking some tape and I'm going to tape down my first pieces of the box to make sure that I can get it nice and secure before attempting to fold down any additional sides. So as you can see here, because I took the time to really measure, my wrapping paper actually fits my box quite nicely. So I went ahead and just put a piece of tape right in the middle and then another piece here on the left, and then I'm placing my final piece for this side of the box on the right. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that for the other side. Do the middle, left, and the right. Alright, so now we're going to turn our box and we are going to start seeing the sides of the box that are exposed and that need to get covered. So the first step is I always like to take the part of the box and the wrapping paper that has that little slit that you can see at the top. You want to put that down and tape that down first, so that way the second piece of wrapping paper that we are going to grab will completely hide that little slit in the paper. So I am folding my sides over to kind of, obviously be able to wrap the gift and get it nice and secure. Folding that, looking very nice. Make sure your sides are nice and folded, very crisp. And then this is optional, but you can absolutely use tape just like I did here to go ahead and secure those corners. A lot of people skip this step and they just go ahead and fold that last flap over and then secure it with tape. But do what's comfortable for you. If you are running out of tape, maybe skip that step. And so here, again, I'm just placing a little piece of tape in the middle and then again, another piece on the right and the left of the box. All right, so now that we've finished that, we're going to do the exact same process on the other side. So again, folding down the side, the flap of the wrapping paper that has that little slit, we're going to secure it with some tape. We're going to fold down our edges and then fold down that final piece after we tape it down. And the reason we do this again is so that way we hide that little piece of wrapping paper that hugs over one another and it's a little bit more hidden. So fantastic. We've taped down the center and now we're taping down the sides once again. Very nice. And now we have a beautifully wrapped gift. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you were able to check out how to wrap a gift.